Intel has dropped 15% today. Is this a pullback or the beginning of a much bigger crash? Guys, let's find out. How's it going, everyone? Yas here from Trading Vanguard. I'm a technical trader who trades short squeeze, momentum, and volatile stocks. All of the information shown in this video is not financial advice and just my opinion. So, guys, what is going on with Intel? So, as you guys are probably aware, as you guys can probably imagine, Intel is, one of those companies that are, generally too big to fail. A brand that we all know and we use their products, or most likely have used their products in the past. So why has this stock dropped 15%? Well, guys, let's switch on the drawings and let's see what's going on with Intel. So, guys, if we have a nice zoom out on the weekly chart, guys, we can see that overall, okay, I'm going to zoom out as much as I can so I can give you guys the bigger picture first. Okay, so guys, overall, we can see Intel in the weekly chart is in an overall bullish uptrend, which isn't surprising for a blue chip like itself. Following this trend channel, ascending trend channel pattern, in my opinion. Okay. Of course, the stock has started pumping recently, and when I say recently, I mean within the past few months. And, I'm pretty sure you guys are trying to understand why. Well, guys, let's go through it. For me, it's two simple and I'd say two key things that is something important in the chart and key that we need to look at. So, guys, first things first, like I said, Intel is following this ascending trend channel, which means it's got a bottom, it's got a top. And it goes without saying, guys, as of recently, and when I say recently, probably around, when was this? April time. So, last summer / spring, Intel had hit the bottom of this trend channel. It didn't create an all-time low, of course it wouldn't, but it came down to a low of $17. Oops, $17. Where are you? There we go. $17.67. And guys, we can see, right? If we zoom out of the chart, guys, the last time Intel came to the bottom of this trend channel was back in March 2009. So guys, it's not exactly 20 years, but guys, just over 15 years. So it had not come down to these price, well, sorry, not the price level, to this bottom of the trend channel in a very long time. Secondly, guys, and this is the most crucial thing I wanted to highlight. Secondly, guys, in my opinion, the stock had come down to its most bullish liquidity zone there is. So, guys, this is the ultimate liquidity zone for Intel, in my opinion. If we look at this green box that I've highlighted in the chart, guys, this is, in my opinion, the ultimate liquidity zone for the stock. And if I zoom out, guys, it has been a key zone, from, back in the, literally back all the way to the 90s. And why do I think, guys, this zone, which sits between $18 to around $22, guys, why do I think this is an extremely important zone? Well, I could easily just turn around and say, well, this happens to be the zone where the price has reacted recently. I could easily just say that and, just get on with it. However, guys, I do like to do in-depth analysis with all of my tickers that I look into. So, guys, we can see that every time the stock has come into the zone, whether, if I zoom out, whether it's at the bottom or the top of this trend channel, guys, there has been some sort of drama. There has always been a reaction where the stock reacts the most. If we go all the way back, so you know what, let's zoom back and let's test this theory. So guys, we can see that the beginning, roughly the beginning of the trend channel will start. It's not possible to identify when it starts. However, guys, for the sake of this argument, let's just say it started in the 90s. Okay, that's fine. And naturally, guys, the stock, being the blue chip stock that it is, will naturally have growth over time. And guys, look at this. The second it has come into this zone, guys, this is where we get the first violent reaction. Now we get the first squeeze, and we can see once it entered into this zone, guys, it squeezed 135%, which is, you know, for a blue chip, guys, that is incredible. And guys, after that, right, after that, we can see the bears try to keep this stock below this zone for years. We can see the last time it was kind of in this zone and reacted was, let's just say 2002, yeah, let's just say 2003, 2004. And guys, the last time it came up where it had a reaction, guys, December 2030. So guys, around 10 years that the bears had kept the stock below the bullish liquidity zone. Also, guys, keeping it at the bottom of the trend channel. However, guys, as you guys can imagine, the bottom is not always going to last. And guys, the second, look at this, there's no coincidences. The second that the stock comes up into this zone, guys, this is where we see the second big reaction. Okay, if I zoom out, we can see that the last time the stock came into this channel, it had hit the top of the trend channel, guys, squeezing over 200%. Now, you know, granted, it did take a very long time for it to squeeze, but as you guys can imagine, blue chip stocks aren't going to react, you know, like the much lower cap stocks, so it would take time. However, guys, now the stock had hit the top, and it's of course naturally time for the stock to sell off. And guys, what do you know? If we zoom back down, as of the most recent price action, the stock has come down into this bullish liquidity zone, just happens to hit the bottom of the trend channel. And guys, this is why Intel has started to react super violently just within the past year. It's not even been a year. And, you know, voila, there you go, guys. Since it's hit the bottom, it has squeezed, guys, over 200%. So that is incredible for a stock like this. So I'm pretty sure, you know, you guys are probably wondering what is next for the stock. Well, let me switch on to the daily chart. So guys, we can see that the stock has obviously come up and started to slowly but surely close all of these open gaps. Guys, these for anyone that can see these blocks, the green blocks, the orange blocks, this isn't like anything done manually. This is an indicator that I have, which will identify where open gaps to the up or the downside are waiting. Guys, you can see whether it's small, whether it's big, the stock slowly but surely comes up to close. And we can see, guys, since it hit the bottom, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just try to close this final gap waiting at $56.65. And guys, this is where we've seen the first sell-off. So you can see, guys, the algos have one reason and one reason alone. That is simply to come up and close the open up gaps. So guys, what do I expect next? Well, look, you know, if we see the news, they say that something about the earnings or whatever. To be fair, I didn't even pay attention to the news, but we've seen a 15% stuff. That's fine, guys. That's not a problem. Overall, I'm still super bullish on Intel long term. However, guys, it is natural for a stock like Intel, that's a blue chip that has pumped up the way it has pumped up in a short space of time. It's normal for it to have a rejection. And of course, there has to be a healthy pullback. So guys, what does this pullback look like? In my opinion, guys, we've got the strongest support waiting at $34. So that's where I've got this yellow line identified. What could I imagine, guys? I could easily imagine the stock coming even further. And of course, this wouldn't happen, you know, in the next couple of days or weeks, but it could take, you know, a few months. So we can see the stock sell off, you know, come down to close these open down gaps. So we've got one at $37 $38.58 and then $36.80. Guys, the stock could come down, close these gaps, and then hit this support, and then guys, we could be back in. And you know, for those who have been watching my videos for a while will know open gaps to the up or the downside are a huge part of my trading strategy and has allowed me to be super successful. So you know, once the stock has recovered, guys, in the perfect trading world, of course there's no such thing as a perfect trading world, but for me personally, what I would love to see is a stock to come down, pull back a little bit, you know, recover, and then come back up, guys, to start closing the open up gaps. And of course, my first price target will be the first gap that it, funny enough, created today, so $53.08. The second gap after that would be $56.65. And guys, for now, all right, just for now, the highest price level I have got for Intel will be waiting at around $64 to $65. And of course, that's the top of the trend channel. Could the stock squeeze further? Yes, guys, of course it can. However, we will cross that path once we cross that path. But for now, what we want to see is we want to see a bit of a healthy retracement and then see the next leg up. So guys, what do you guys think about Intel? Is it a buy or a miss? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you guys have any other ticker suggestions or would like a stock analyzed, please drop it in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you guys have found this video useful, please drop a like. And if you are a similar trader to myself, please consider subscribing, as we're slowly building a community and I'll be posting more content like this. Lastly, I would like to end the video by saying, guys, this video is not financial advice. Trading can be extremely risky and you should always have a trading strategy to stay safe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.